Welcome, everybody. My name is Philip Fletcher, and this is Humanity Matters and the Poor. Early on, we reflected on the truth mankind is the visible representation of magnificent dignity and worth. Men and women possess this dignity prior to being placed in any type of social or economic classifications. The rich, the middle class, the poor, all of us possess magnificence. And as such, we should approach one another in a manner that honors this eternal dignity. There's a situation of the poor. First, poverty is the inability to make meaningful choices to impact one's situation. Our cities are populated with men, women, and children who, by reason of their own actions or the actions of others, are in situations in which they are restricted from making a meaningful choice. This does not mean that they don't want to change their situation. What this means is that they need an opportunity, that they need people to enter into their situation so that they have the opportunity to make a meaningful choice. And so what is our response? Well, we can choose to not act. Choosing not to act is in itself a decision which communicates an unwillingness to relieve suffering. Or we can choose to be compassionate. We can enter into the suffering of another person or family. Entering into the suffering of another person or family impacts both parties involved. It will impact us financially. It will impact us emotionally, physically, and spiritually. Compassion offers the opportunity for both persons, for both parties to dramatically be changed. And so there's the blessing of the poor and for the poor. James states this: "Listen, my brothers, has not God chosen those who are poor in the world to be rich in faith and heirs of the kingdom?" Pope Francis said of the poor, "It is time for the church to be evangelized by the poor." The poor and vulnerable, they can instruct us about faith, endurance, and patience. The poor, like all other economic and social classes, possess a rich view of the world which can influence our own lives toward greater personal and social transformation. And so humanity matters because the poor will always be with us. Regardless of the economic system, capitalism, socialism, or any other ism, we will always have among us those who are in need, who have been oppressed or alienated. Working with the poor reminds us that we ourselves are in a human-divine collaboration. It is a human and divine collaboration in which the rich God of the universe works with the spiritually poor, which is us, to usher in a new way of life. So a compassionate response to the poor demonstrates the magnificence of our human dignity shaped in the image of God. This has been a Humanity Matters moment.